What ingenious ways did people make fire historically? Imagine a world without matches or lighters, where every spark of fire was a small miracle. Throughout history, humans have come up with clever ways to create fire using only natural resources and simple tools. These methods are not just old stories but practical skills that can still save you in a survival situation. Understanding how our ancestors made fire helps us appreciate their resourcefulness and prepares us for wilderness challenges. One of the oldest ways to start a fire is by rubbing two pieces of wood together. This process is called friction fire making. You take a straight, dry stick called a drill and spin it rapidly against a flat piece of wood known as a fireboard. The friction heats up tiny particles of wood dust, which can turn into an ember if done correctly. To make this easier, many used a bow drill. This tool has a curved stick with a string wrapped around the drill. Moving the bow back and forth spins the drill faster and with less effort. It takes practice, but it is a reliable way to produce an ember. Another friction method involves pushing a stick called a fire plow back and forth along a groove carved into a wooden board. The rubbing creates hot dust that can ignite into a small ember. Some cultures, like the Pacific Islanders, still use this technique today. In some cases, two people work together, one holding the fireboard steady while the other spins the drill or pushes the plow. This teamwork helps generate enough heat to start a fire. Percussion fire making involves striking certain stones together to produce sparks. Flint and iron pyrite are classic examples. When struck sharply, they produce hot sparks that can ignite dry tinder such as dried grass, bark, or fungus. This method was common in ancient times and was used by many early civilizations. The key is having the right stones and prepared tinder ready to catch the sparks. A less common but fascinating method is the fire piston. It is a small tube with a piston inside. When you push the piston quickly into the tube, it compresses air, heating it so much that it ignites a tiny piece of tinder placed at the end. This technique is popular in Southeast Asia and requires a well-made fire piston, which can be bought or made from metal or bamboo. Using sunlight to start a fire is another clever trick. If you have a lens or a curved mirror, you can focus the sunlight onto a small pile of tinder. The concentrated light heats the tinder until it sparks and ignites. This method depends on bright, sunny weather and a clear view of the sky, but it can be very effective if you have the right tools. Different cultures adapted these methods to their environment and available materials. For example, the Maori used the fire plow, while the Zulu relied on teamwork with friction drills. These techniques often required patience, skill, and cooperation, but they show how resourceful humans can be. In a survival situation, knowing multiple fire-starting methods increases your chances of success. Friction techniques like the bow drill or hand drill are dependable if you have the right wood and practice. Striking stones with flint and pyrite works well if you find suitable rocks. Solar methods are perfect on sunny days if you have a lens or mirror. The fire piston can be a quick and efficient option if you have one. Remember, each method has its own challenges. Friction takes effort and practice, percussion needs specific stones, and solar depends on weather. The best plan is to learn and practice several techniques before you find yourself in the wild. That way, you'll be ready to create fire no matter what resources you have at hand.